La 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 la. Hey, hey guys, good morning here. My name is Professor Wacko, and well, I'm going to do a video for Bryan about the, Godzilla review, the Godzilla King of the Monster. Okay, so Bryan is so upset about this movie that he asked me to do the review of it because he's kind of pissed off at the social warrior justice and all the commie crap of global warming and all this other crap that made him so upset because so here's what happened. So yesterday Bryan decided to take his three children, David, 5 years old, and Frankie, 8, and Mark, 12, to, Godzilla, King of the Monster. See, here's something, another side story. Just let me tell you. See, Bryan Young is almost 60. But, when he was, 12 years old, he watched a lot of Godzilla. Matter of fact, it was his favorite movies. He would watch Godzilla literally all the time. All the time. Well, he was a Godzilla fan. But then something happened. Americans took over Godzilla. And you know what Americans can do sometimes, especially in Hollywood? Ruin things! So anyway, he's sitting here in this movie, Godzilla, King of the Monster. And the CGI is a little overdone. They just, everything is CGI. I like the guy in the suit. My goodness, it's Godzilla, not CGI-Zilla. So anyway, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the movie, I'm starting to get lectured. Well, actually, Bryan is starting to get lectured by this woman, this mother, about how, it's all man's fault. It's man's fault. And that we just need to let these monsters just kill us all. It's kind of stupid. So as she starts to lecture me how I'm the problem, I say, you know what? I'm fed up. And so I tell my son, we're leaving. I'm leaving this stupid SJW, CJW crap movie. Because you know what? That's what it was. Absolutely garbage. And I'm not giving Hollywood another dime of my money. Well, actually not me, but Bryan. Because Bryan is kind of so upset that he couldn't do this video. So anyways, he wanted to let you know that you'll probably go see it anyways. But, it's just, he's not going to give money to Hollywood because it's useless. It's useless because they just constantly push their social warrior, their global warming stuff, all the other crap that just ruins movies. I want to just go to, well, actually, Bryan wants to just go to a movie and just be entertained, but not lectured how man is the problem of the earth. Now, I mean, it's really, she sit there and she starts to tell us, the mother, I guess she lost a child, okay, I get it, I lost a child, or Bryan lost a child, he understands. But you know what, she doesn't need to lecture me on how global warming, overpopulation, nuclear, all this stuff, because we're the problems. And we need to have the monsters kind of bring balance back to the earth, Balance back to the earth. Good grief, you guys are lunatics. Do you have any idea what you're doing when you make these movies? I don't think they do, because these movies absolutely suck. And now, you know what? I don't know how else to tell you. The CGI was overdone. My goodness, you can't even see Godzilla because he's constantly moving. But you know what? In the old Godzilla movies, he'd jump around and have fun. And that's why I loved Godzilla movies. Actually, Bryan loved Godzilla movies back in the 60s, late 60s and early 70s, because it was fun. Now CGI is so big, you can't even see anything. And how a human can even survive after Godzilla destroys half the planet, you know what? You need to go back into the Stone Age because your movies are the Stone Age. Anyways, Bryan wanted to do this video and kind of tell you about Godzilla, the stupid king of the monster, or the monster king, whatever you want to talk about it, because it's just all one, I just can't talk about it anymore because Bryan is so upset and he's just kind of looking at me like, what are you talking about? The movie's terrible. The movie's terrible, I'm telling you, terrible! Oh, I'm so upset. Well, I wasn't upset, but Bryan was. He's got to calm down here. Yeah, he literally walked up. He went out to the front office and said he wants his money back. So he got his money back and everything. He did have to pay for the popcorn because he ate it. But the movie was terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. The hour of he had to sit through it was pathetic. Pathetic. And how they make these movies, I don't understand. But anyways, that's my review. Professor Wacko's review of Godzilla gives it, I don't even give it a star. I'm not going to give it any star because the movie's terrible. Well, even though I didn't see it because Bryan told me about it. But anyways, I'm giving it 1 star.